Right, welcome back. Last time, we didn't really do that much, at least not on our own. Mainly I've just been dragged into a war with Hungary. Well, against Hungary with the Ottoman Empire. I've kind of been focused on trying to get Padua out of the war, but I think the Ottomans want something more out of it. Probably to get Naples some provinces off of Padua's southern territories. Lots of Venetian culture now. Huh. I wonder why. I am admittedly running low on aggressive expansion. The only world countries that have aggressive expansion right now against me are, well, pretty much Swabia. Problem is that the other expansion options are Savoy, who I'm currently at war with, Hesse, which, well, yeah, Swabia, who I have a truce with for another couple years. There's Augsburg, though, which actually shouldn't be that big of a deal as long as I'm quick about it. Don't have any troops nearby. Right? Well, Oh, I did end up creating a third army to work with, so... Yeah, there's now more than a few. More. It's mainly because I was able to successfully handle this quantity, despite the fact that I've constantly been at war for the last 5 years, and constantly losing manpower, so... Right. Let's get to it. So, this new war, I'm going to be at war with this tiny little, independent country. This country is independent? Okay. And Austria, as well as, of course, Augsburg. Austria happens to be a tributary state of the Ottoman Empire, but that doesn't mean anything. So, especially not in this case where I'm expanding, well, independently of that. Forgotten to do that last year, maybe. Come on. Wanted to go to war against Swabia, because now I've got the opportunity to do so without any pesky truces getting in the way. Okay. I wonder why the integration is so much easier with Bayern München. Oh, it's probably religion. Yeah. Religion is probably a big part of the impact. Besides, now I've got plenty of room to get an aggressive expansion. Alright, so who am I at war with? Well, not Hungary, that's for sure. They broke their alliance with Hungary. There isn't anything defending that, so... Henderson's will probably end up dumping most of the provinces over to... Well, unless they're East Franconian. I'll probably hand it over to Nuremberg. Yeah. I'll hand over the East Franconian provinces to Nuremberg. Everything else goes to Bayern München because why not? And you'll stay up here in order to defend against anything that might decide to try their luck against me. And I wasn't expecting that battle, but... despite having next to no morale, I still stack wipe them. Quality! And Bamberg. Bamberg is not... my current priority is to annex Bamberg as soon as possible because they're a vassal I don't need. Huh. But they also have a claim on this province, so we're gifting it to them. Or I could just take it for myself. I won't need to deal with it, and honestly, I produce some more admin points than I need. I may actually swap to using Diplo points in the future because I've been focusing on expanding via vassals in order to minimize aggressive expansion. The question is, which interaction is better? That really is the question. I'm gonna have to integrate Bamberg at some point, and it's probably gonna be soon. Oh well. We'll see. Are we close to annexing? Okay, yeah. Probably don't need to go through the integration process, so... well... I do have a claim, so it should be fine. 2.4 versus... okay, it doesn't matter, so I may as well do it for myself. It's Lutheran, Thuringian, yeah. Oh, no, not problems then. And then begin working towards these provinces in order to try to get as much of, well, one of the regions done as possible. I've got truces with most of them, so it doesn't really matter. Do I have everything I want? Yes. At least for now. Oh yeah, because that stuff is disconnected. I can't actually do that. It would be inconvenient to release two lords, so nothing else is particularly speaking to me, so... let's remove some potentially inconvenient stuff. Okay. Actually, I don't want money. Core? Revolutionary Spain no longer considers me a rival. Have I outgrown them too? Then I might actually have to take on England. Apparently I've outgrown England as well. No, not Nuremberg. I'm definitely going to do Bamberg first. I'm going to give Nuremberg some time in order to actually integrate the stuff, plus I'm going to need them for these provinces too. Possibly, well, actually they're Lutheran, so I should be able to handle that without too much trouble, actually. The question is, how long will it take to annex them? A year and a half. I don't think I can... yeah, they're gonna need to core this stuff. I don't think they can manage that in time. The end result is I'm going to get less cores than I would want to, and there's going to be issues with separatism. let's just leave it for now and wait. I got a lot of aggressive expansion really quickly, so I should allow it to cool down a bit. And work towards getting the Imperial cities under my control. Okay, so time to finish up for the session. City surgeons. Yeah, it's not reading the keyboard. There we go. Stability cost interval -1%. Steamships. Ship durability plus 3%. Trade range plus 300. Enables the steam frigate. Stream frigate. Yep. Oh, and probably also military. Jomian tactics. Land morale plus 0.6. Combat width plus 3. Infantry shock plus 0.05. Cavalry shock plus 0.2. No, that's the wrong thing. Either Jomian infantry or breech-loader riflemen. Well, infantry have a lot more fire now, so we'll focus on the fire one rather than the shock. Okay then, not really too much to say. I'm probably going to end up grabbing another admin tech sooner rather than later, because I am having a lot of admin points and I'm currently focused on... Yeah, I'm going to swap my focus to diplo points. I need those more for annexing my subjects. I have annexed Bamberg, so, and I've grabbed this province off of Swabia. And annexed Augsburg, what was left of it. Handed it over to Bayern München. They also lost Landshut because of events, so... Yay! I also plan on annexing Nuremberg at some point soonish, although... rather they go ahead and start coring these provinces, because it looks like they're not doing it, which is... Yeah! Bayern München's managing to core the couple provinces I've granted them. Okay, maybe not all of them, but a good portion of them. So you should be able to do at least one of them. Right. Still, I'm going to have to improve relations with them if I want to annex them. It's going to be a while before that even is the case in the first place, so... Yeah. Oh, the war the Ottomans dragged me into ended. They grabbed a bunch of provinces off of Hungary and made Padua into their tributary state. Again. Guess how long that's gonna last this time. 100% liberty desire. Yeah. Right. Gonna need to do some things. Promote support commerce. Perform a show of devotion. Promote the spiritualist faction. Probably going to need to do another promote the spiritualist faction before I'm going to be able to do this reform. Maybe do it again. Probably going to have to end up waiting until 1830 to do this. After that, I'll focus on the gentry again, improving relations with the gentry. Land reform. And Grendel. Because unrest is becoming a bit of a problem. Only a bit, though. The revolution is apparently spreading into England. I'm half hoping I eventually get all my provinces to become revolutionary. I mean, Swabia has everything. Revolutionary. I wonder why it isn't spreading to me. Spain, I also have greatly increased in power as a result of recruiting a new army. So revolutionary Spain no longer was a valid rival. Padua, because they turned into a subject, and Hungary for similar reasons, though they're back. And France is now a rival. They rebelled me first anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. Yeah. So now I've got a lot of aggressive expansion. I'm gonna need to take the time to let it cool off. Especially since a lot of people are rather angry about what I recently did. Not enough for a coalition to form, mind you, though it is pretty close. Yeah. I'm just gonna need some time to let things cool down. And for the clergy to warm up to me a little bit more, so I can turn them into taxpayers and permanently cripple their power. For good. It's nice to see how much more the world I can see. French Far Siberia. Yeah. I'm also now ranked 6th in the world, because revolutionary Spain still only has 8 institutions. No, that's not because, but that's so long as that's the case, I might actually manage to hit rank 5 sooner rather than later. Yeah. I did plan on annexing Nuremberg soon, but right. It's gonna need some time in order for that stuff to disappear. Still the need for me to make my way southwards into the rest of Swabia's territory, or at least within the German regions. I don't actually need Tyrol. Though I do need Rattenberg and Salzburg. And some of Savoy's provinces too, for them. I was going to need to annex Mulhausen, Rothenburg, Burg, and Nuremberg. Not Nuremberg. There's a difference. Thankfully my finances are doing amazing. My taxes are being especially effective. Especially since state reach is getting extremely high. And I mean it. It is absurdly high. 96% average. This is excellent. Though several provinces are limited on their growth. For example, our capital already has 100%. Thankfully, it also means that the nobles are becoming weaker and weaker, and corruption's going down. That's capital. Yeah. With 100% state reach, that's a minus 4% to corruption, for the resting point of corruption. Provincial corruption. So this province, at its current state, has its provincial corruption extremely low for the resting point. The exact value is 6.4%, so. And it may even become better in the future, especially since as provincial corruption goes down, the resting point for state corruption goes down, which further reduces the resting point for provincial corruption, etc., etc. Although, it would be nice if I got consistently better rulers, although this is probably about the worst I can get within reason. Yeah, 10. Oh, which is 55% executive authority, which raises the resting point by about 20. Although there's no possibility for me getting a 666. At least end result, so no way to get 100% executive authority, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah. Manpower is doing excellently. Got 149k in... well... I've got 84k in the field, 149k left over. I could probably afford yet another army, so long as I don't do a massive battle. And that's in manpower. Monetarily, I could get even... well, yeah, monetarily, I can get even more without too much issue. My military is not expensive anymore. Or at least not so expensive that it's become the end-all be-all for my tax system. Oh well. Maybe that's not the correct way to put it. It still is probably the single most expensive thing in the, yeah. 11 plus 16 is, yeah. It is, the military is the single most expensive thing, but it's no longer draining my treasury like no tomorrow. Property's also pretty good. Provincial corruption is going down across the board. State reach is still going up. I have definitely built a country that is for the most part modern. I've been stuck on gentry the entire time, and there's really no way to get the nobles weak enough to consider that unless the maximum level of our military professionalism actually somehow reduces. Well, the maximum level of military organization somehow actually reduces gentry power. Oh well. Yeah. I mean, if I hit the maximum level, I can go to general conscription, which doubles the amount of manpower I get from state reach, which is the only source. So it doubles military size. Yeah, I'm not sure if I can actually put that to use, though. I just don't think there's enough time to butter up the nobles enough for 2 reforms. Even if they're relatively minor, all things considered. Yeah. Just not possible. Yeah, I've definitely gone on long enough. I'll see you again next time. Until then, bye. Yeah, that's 36 years left in the game, maybe 37. 7 more episodes or so. What number is this one supposed to be? Well, we're definitely not getting 100 episodes, that's for sure, which is a good thing.